Moving on, UFC China is this weekend, and UFC returning to mainland China. This event's otherwise known as UFC on ESPN Plus 15, and it is headlined by a big women's strawweight title bout between new champion Jessica Andrade taking on China's own Weili Zhang. And Jessica Andrade really needs no introduction. This is a woman who's coming off one of the most impressive strawweight one-punch knockouts over Karolina Kowalkiewicz, and then obviously the infamous just power slam of Rose Namajunas to win the belt just a few months ago. Weili Zhang coming in 3-0 in the UFC, 19-1 overall, a big star, and obviously got this shot because of the Asian market that they're going into in mainland China. Because when we look at this, as soon as Jessica Andrade won the belt from Rose Namajunas in a fight that she was losing up until that second round, there was questions about who she would fight next. Obviously, the Rose Namajunas rematch was on the table. And I think that would have been probably the best option if Rose would have been willing to just go right back in on it. The other option was Weili Zhang, which was the last person to beat Jessica Andrade, and is somebody that I still would favor over Andrade if they were to fight. Another opportunity was a young contender that's highly ranked right now, ranked higher than Weili Zhang, Tatiana Suarez, who's undefeated and is highly touted, great wrestler. She was definitely on the radar as a potential option. And if it wasn't one of those three, there was a lot of talk about Michelle Waterson, who is a big name, was on the Sports Illustrated body issue cover, known as the Karate Hottie, was on Joe Rogan. I mean, people know her. She's on a good streak, comes from a good team. She was an option. Nobody really saw Weili Zhang coming out and getting this bout, but it makes sense when you understand that they are trying to pivot toward more international markets. They want to be a international brand, a global brand. And going into Asia, the most developing area of the world in terms of economic boom, it only made sense to do this. So big women's strawweight bout, Weili Zhang getting the shot, going up against the new champion Jessica Andrade, the powerhouse. I think this is going to be a great fight. I'll be doing my wagers with Miguel later on this week to give a little bit further analysis and more prediction on that. I do want to talk a little bit about the co-main event of the evening also on this. We got number 14 in the welterweight rankings. Weili Zhang dos Santos is taking on China's own Jinglang Li, who's 8-3 in the UFC. The thing with Weili Zhang dos Santos, he is one of the most overlooked and underappreciated fighters right now in the sport. Very under the radar. When you look at this guy, he's 21-5 in MMA. Very well-rounded, 7-1 in the UFC, and he's on a 7-fight win streak. If he wins this fight, he'll be on an 8-fight win streak and maybe the best division in the sport. And when I look at this welterweight division, I mean, just completely stacked from top to bottom. And here you got the number 14 ranked guy in Dos Santos. And if he wins this, it'll be his 8th win in a row. Him, Leon Edwards will both have 8 wins in a row, and Santiago Ponzinibbio has 7 wins in a row. And they're all fighting in this very hot division that is just so deep right now at 170 pounds. Jinglang Li, though, 8-3 in the UFC, and he is getting a big opportunity to get himself into the top 15 rankings in his home country. So big opportunity there.